are we all? Harder to be eager to learn sometimes. I've learned about the whales and the dolphins that beach themselves. I've always felt there was some kind of suicidal message for the humans. Included in that message, I always felt would be something like, we're calling out to you. We're calling out to you, humans. You 0.0001%. This is yet another call from the real 99.9999% of species. But now I know that almost all of them are deaf. And deaf. They can't navigate. They can't commune. They can't hear. They can't hear. They hear like we touch. They hear like we see. They can't hear where each other is. They can't find each other. They can't find the shore. They can't hold up to the amplification. I can so relate. Them is my people. I can so relate. I will just about be ready to throw myself up on some plaza or shore, Exxon dock. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Exxon dock. Oh, yes. Come on, dancers. Wear your whatevers. Throw ourselves onto the pier in Richmond. I can't take it anymore. Oh, I fantasize organizing this particular kind of dance. I have fantasized it for like 20 years. I'm a little slow sometimes to manifest or womanifest, but I do get there. So be ready for the email or the social networking, which I have no idea how to tolerate. It probably will just be me screaming out to the streets. Now's the time! Dancers, this way! Legs up here, that way! The right whales are. Their people are getting very rare. I heard tape recordings of the sounds in the ocean in the 1970s. The human, technological, religious errors happening in the prayers to manipulation, ownership, greed, fear, and above all, speed! And then another recording in the 2000s. The level of disruption has grown incredibly. And the right whales and all the other creatures that communicate with their beautiful vibrations on levels humans can't even hear, that carry across the oceans for all thousands of miles. They're all screaming.
just being as loud as they can be and same with the city birds. They've all just increased their volume, trying to keep being able to find the world. And the right whales are fairly solitary, and they've come to the very maximum of their volume. They're screaming, and they're screaming, and they can't find each other, and they're giving up.
Very early on at the Frank Ogawa Born Again Oscar Grant Plaza, born over the oak trees and housed that held every imaginable kind of, can't you see them and hear them still? The deafening prayers every dawn and dusk, the thousand birds screaming there. Can't you hear them still? Early on, I get that certain kinds of activism for me have changed from when I was young because after the Oakland fire, my lungs were already fairly well done with certain levels of chemicals and pollution. One of my friends has called me not the canary in the coal mine, but the eagle in the coal mine! Ah! So if you want to know about the chemicals in your house, and you can catch me, you can put me in there, and in a few moments you'll know. If you have a chemical in your environment of smoke, you'll know, because my lymph glands will start going, huna, 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 and my panic will start to go, oh, there's a in there, somebody read the walls. Also, cigarettes are a problem. And there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of young people, and there's a lot of young people smoking cigarettes. I'm old enough now to do what my mom used to do that. To die when she did it. She would go up to total strangers back in the 1950s and 60s and ask them really sweetly to please put their cigarettes out. I thought I would die. Oh, could you? Oh, Mom, how could you? How could you do that? Oh, Mom, go girl. So, the cigarettes, smoke keeps drifting over. I'm looking for who has it. They're going to be so lucky. They're going to get a visit from me. And it's a young man. Everything he's wearing is black and chains. Ripped black and chains. He has blonde hair. I'm not sure if he was born with blonde hair. And he's really thin, and his energy is like a really dangerous, caged, large, once free, so long ago, he can't remember. Cat. There's my new friend. If you're not 60 yet, just wait. It gets better and better. I sit down right next to his beautiful and extremely, the lack of well spirit is oozing and rolling out of him. This young man is not a happy camper. No, he's not. My hand and my arm unhesitatingly, of their own accord, go around his shoulder.
And I whisper because, there's speakers and things happening. Sweetheart, the cigarette, there's a big crowd, and I have asthma, which is not true, but it's kind of a short form of what you just saw. I have asthma, and I don't get to finish it. It's like a projectile. He bursts out of my arm. He never makes eye contact with me. He's just like, "Vroom." It's like, okay. I don't think I necessarily improved his mental health, but I did improve the air. And I track him. I track him from there out. I can't help it. I track him because I want him to have a family that loves him. And he so clearly doesn't have it. So I'm working on the bumper sticker or the button or whatever. This is what I do sometimes. I don't do it. Someone very organized in my left brain makes up bumper stickers and buttons while I'm washing the dishes. And it has something to do with who the 99.99999% really is. And none of them are human. And they're all taking their volume to the max to see if they can still have a voice. Stay here. Meet you on the Exxon Pier. I think mermaid outfits would be really good.